everybody, and welcome to another edition of Make It Monday. I'm your host, Laura Buechler from Inkyfingers Papercrafting, and I'm going to be getting creative with you today, showing you another great card design you can use to use up all those little scraps, all those little 2-inch scraps of designer series paper that we always end up with. And don't forget to stick around till the end of the video because I'll be giving away this card to a lucky winner. And if you'd like to win the card that we're creating today, all you need to do is share the video. You can do that whether you're watching live or watching the replay. Shout out to my replay warriors and just leave me a comment below to let me know that you've shared and I'll put you in the draw. All right, let's get started here today. Now, this is the sample card that I showed you, and I'll talk a little bit more about this, but today we are going to be making this same layout with the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. So I wanted to do like a Christmas version, Christmas-y version. So what I've got here are some 2-inch scraps of Designer Series paper, these strips that we are always left with when we're finished doing a project. And the other thing you will need is these scraps of coordinating cardstock. And these are, I was going to say $1.75. They're 1 3/4 inches wide. Okay. And I'll show you later how we're going to cut those down. All right. So what I like to do, this is kind of this is a preference for me, I guess, doing a project is I like to do what I call stash cards. And so when I am getting low on a certain pack of Designer Series paper, I will do a layout like this and use up all the last pieces, and I won't finish the card. As you can see here, this card doesn't have sentiment. It doesn't have bling. It's not ready to send. And that's because I'm going to have like 10 or maybe even 20 or 30 of this card in my stash, and I'm just going to pull it out and finish it when I either have a lot of time or when something comes up and I'm like, oh, I need a birthday card for Julia. Oh, I need a sympathy card for Brian. Whatever it is that's going on, I'll pull this card out of my stash. That's why I call it a stash card, and finish it up, and then it's ready to send. Today, I'm actually going to show you this full layout, and we are going to finish the card. So let's get started here. Enough blather on from me. 2-inch strips of Designer Series paper. You can see one of them is going horizontally. These other ones, oh yeah, this one's going vertically. These ones, it probably doesn't matter which way they're going, and that's totally fine. We're going to do some trimming and change the layout and make sure that we have them the right way around. So I'm going to start with this piece, this 2-inch strip, and I'm going to cut it at 3.5. And since I'm doing that, I'm going to cut the whole thing at 3.5. And I'm going to end up with 3 pieces, and then one little bit I can throw in my recycle bin. This one that's horizontal, I'm going to cut this. I'm going to trim it, first of all, to be shorter. Is that the right word? And instead of being, let me see, I'm looking at my measurements here. Instead of being 2 inches wide or tall, it's going to be 1.5. So I've just cut off 1/2 inch there. I'm going to throw that little bit. You could actually use this on the inside of the card. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to just put it in my recycle bin, and then I'm going to trim this down to 3 7/8. And again, just like I did the first time, I'm just going to trim all of it down to 3 7/8. And I'm getting all these scraps ready to craft with. Okay, so this one, I'm going again at 3.5. 3.5 and 3.5. And then this one, I'm going to trim it down to 1.5 inches wide. I know I don't usually give you all these measurements, but it's Christmas. I'm feeling generous. So who have I got watching today? Tell me how you have done with your Christmas preparations so far this year. Are you just about done? Are you just about to start? Are you somewhere in between? I keep thinking I'm almost done. And, you know, there's always these last minute things that pop up. And I go, oh yeah, I got to do that. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so now I've got these cardstock scraps. These are all 1 3/4 inches wide, and I'm going to cut them to 3 1/2. So trim these down. Again, I've got little bits that I can get rid of. Look at how many cards I'm going to end up being able to make. This is awesome. So as you might have guessed, next Monday, being Christmas Day, shockingly, I will not be doing a Make It Monday next Monday. I think everyone's going to be too busy to tune in and watch me make cards on Christmas Day. But I will be doing a live sometime between Christmas and New Year's, which, by the by, that is my favorite week of the year because nobody has any expectations of you. It's absolutely perfect. And you can bet I'm going to be getting a ton of crafting done. So I will be going live sometime that week. And instead of making a card, I'm actually going to show you all the pre-order goodies that I have from the upcoming spring mini catalog, which, by the way, looks like this, and it should be landing in your mailboxes very soon. If you want a copy and you're not sure if you're on my list, go ahead and drop a comment that says catalog, and I will make sure that I send you one, okay? All right, so I've got all these lovely pieces, cardstock and DSP, 2 different sizes of DSP, and I've got these lovely cardstock mats. I'm going to zoom that out a little bit so you can see better. And now I'm just going to start lining these up. These long, skinny ones go along the bottom, and then these ones go on one side, and the cardstock goes on the other side. So this is the layout, okay? Now, there's all kinds of things I could do to make this different. I could flip one of these over, so we've got a less busy side here. I am going to take the cardstock and run it through with an embossing folder to give that some texture. Yeah, you can mix and match, of course, as much as you want. Oh, I kind of like that. And so I've got a few different mats here, and so I'm just going to start playing around and seeing what layouts I like. And I can mix it up as much as I want to. So those of you who are watching today, do you have this Winter Meadow Designer Series paper? Yes or no? If you have it, have you used it yet? And if you don't have it, what other paper did you get this season? And what have you been doing with it? Please tell me I am not the only person who's super obsessed with Designer Series paper because, yeah, I'm a super sucker for it. They come out with gorgeous designs every year, and I just always have to buy them. But the good part about that is, because I always have beautiful Designer Series paper on hand, I can always make beautiful cards like these. And I genuinely do. Like, I never make one card at a time. I'm always making a stack to use up what I have and turn it into cards that I can send so that I can spread joy to everybody. Because you know what? Beautiful paper that just sits on your shelf taking up space doesn't bring joy to anyone. Maybe to you, but I bet it doesn't even bring that much joy to you. Beautiful paper that you turn into a card. First of all, it's fun when you turn it into a card, and then it's more fun when you send it and you get to spread joy to somebody, right? So that's my little lesson for you today, is use your paper. I used to be quite a hoarder, and then I realized Stampin' Up! Is always going to come up with more beautiful paper that I want to buy. There is no reason for me to hang on to my paper and cling to it like Ebenezer Scrooge, right? Okay, let's get an embossing folder. I'm going to use this beautiful, I can't even remember the name of it, but I want to say it's Wintry Sky. It's from the Berry Christmas Suite. And because it's such a large folder, I'm sure I can fit at least 2, maybe even 3 pieces of cardstock in here. There we go. And I'm going to move them down. Should have worn my Christmas hat today. What was I thinking? So, what are you hoping to find under your Christmas tree this year? What are you hoping that Santa brings you? I was kind of hoping that Santa would bring me a new electric die cutting machine, but now I've decided actually I'd rather have a new chair for my craft studio. So the chair I have used to belong to my husband, and I think it's like 15 or 20 years old. So yeah, it's time. It's time for a new one. Of course, if I get a new comfy chair, there is a chance I'll never leave this room again. That's a chance I'm willing to take. All right, so now we've got our beautifully embossed snowflake sky pieces of cardstock. So I can fold up my machine, put it to the side. All right, let's bring in my beautiful matte layers again. This is shaping up pretty nice. I'm liking how these are looking. Okay, now which one did I have where is the $1,000,000 question. That one, kind of want pink on that one. Needs some brightness. There we go. That can go there, and that can go there. Okay, so now we've got our 5 mats, our card fronts, all ready to assemble. So I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me assemble all of them. I'm just going to assemble this one, and then I'll show you how I finish it off. So in case you're curious, this card is one that the layout I received from a swap that I participated in last August, and I kind of changed it to be suitable for a Zoom stamping night. And we did that together last week. If you've never been to a Zoom stamping night, I sure would love to have you join us. We do them every second Tuesday night. We're going to be starting again in January, and I share the instructions of what you need to prepare ahead of time, which in this case was 2-inch strips of designer series paper and 1 3/4-inch strips of cardstock. And then I show you how to put the card together, and everybody uses different papers and different cardstocks, whatever they have on hand, and then everybody gets to show off what they've created. And it's so fun to see all the different papers that everyone's used, all the different colors, and see how it all comes together for everyone, right? Super fun. So we just do really simple stuff. Actually, sometimes we do super complicated stuff, but we're doing it on Zoom. And so when you have questions, or you're running behind and you need me to slow down and whatever, you can just speak up and say, hang on a minute, can you show me that step again? And it's free to attend. We've had people attending from all over North America, and I think we even had somebody from the UK a little while ago. So yeah, open to everybody. If you want more details about that, go to inkyfingers.ca/Zoom and you will find the schedule and the details. All right, so to finish up this card, I've got a sentiment stamp here from the Very Cute stamp set, The Christmas is Better Together. And I've cut out a shape with my Nested Essentials dies. And I'm going to pop that right there. The only thing I need to decide is what color I'm going to do it. And I think I'm going to choose Shaded Spruce because that's what I've got right here. So I'm going to grab my Stampin' Pierce mat because this is a photopolymer stamp. Christmas is better together. All right. Now that I am seeing this card start to take shape, you know what I want? I want some ribbon. So let me grab some beautiful ribbon. I have my giant thing of ribbon next to me. Oh, I have so much ribbon. And what I want is this one. Silver and white ribbon. So pretty. Hey, Lena. Hey, nice to see you, girl. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, we're almost finished the card, but when I finish, then you can go back and watch the replay and let me know what you think. Okay, here we go. Got the ribbon open. Okay, now I can't remember if I showed you all recently how I like to do a ribbon swoosh. That's a very technical term, by the way, ribbon swoosh. This is what I like to do. I like to cover my shape in adhesive, and then I start laying some ribbon down, and the ribbon's going to stick wherever I put it because there's adhesive on this whole piece, right? I've heard some people call this a faux bow, which is a charming name because it rhymes, but it doesn't really look like a bow to me, so I don't know. I just call it a swoosh. All right. Trim that down a little bit. So I've got my ribbon on here, and the nice thing about having all the adhesive on the back here is if I decide, you know, I want this a little bit in a different place, I can move that around. I can just play with it until I'm really happy with the way it looks. And then I'm going to pop it down, face down, and get my dimensionals. And that's how I'm actually going to attach this to my card. Christmas is better together. So you can see we started with something very, very simple. And it was very easy to put together, but it looks very pretty, doesn't it? And of course, I'm going to add some bling. Let's see here. These are the Tinsel Gems 3-pack. They are 3 different colors. Oh, hush, Pixel. I'm going to put one there. One here. And another little one there. So there we go. There's the finished card. And now you can see exactly how I'm going to end up finishing all the rest of my mats that I've put together. I just need to pop them on a card base, do the sentiment, and add the bling. So I could do that now, or I could do that when the moment arises when I decide that I need a card. All right, so that's what I have to show you today. Let's see. Don't forget that you can get a chance to win this card when you share the video, and just leave me a comment below to let me know that you've shared, and I'll put you in the draw for next week. And don't forget that all the products you've seen me use today are available at my online store on inkyfingers.ca, and you'll also find more project tutorials, my events calendar, all the current catalogs, and the sign up for my email newsletter. All right, so let's go ahead and give away this lovely card that we made last week. Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. And the winner for this card is Regina in Germany. Thank you so much, Regina, for sharing last week's video. I'll be popping this card in the mail to you. Have a great day, everyone. Happy Stampin'. Don't forget, I will not be live next Monday on Christmas Day, but watch the Facebook page. I'll be scheduling a live to show you all my new spring catalog pre-order goodies sometime between Christmas and New Year's. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye.